Alright everybody, and welcome back to Easily Entertained. I'm your host Ash, and I'm joined by Slater.
Hello!
So today we're presenting a slightly different concept for the channel. We're going to do a couple of videos that we're going to call Original versus Remake, where we will spin from a lovely wheel and then have to decide who's going to watch the original, who's going to watch the remake, and then we'll sit down afterwards and essentially discuss / argue which one is better and why. But the difference is, in this instance, we have to argue that the one we watched is the better one, which is a whole lot more enjoyable because some of the remakes are just utter shit.
These are all films. I think these all have remakes. If they don't, I'm just an idiot.
Alright, so let's just... what is on this list? Friday the 13th, Halloween, Psycho, The Omen, Last House on... Is that Last House?
Last House on the left.
On the left, yeah. The Grudge, Poltergeist, I Spit on Your Grave, The Crazies, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, Dracula, The Amityville Horror, The Thing, Evil Dead, Hills Have Eyes, Carrie... Fuck me, how many fucking things?
20. I told you there was 20.
Carrie, The Dawn of the Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw. And that is the whole list. Alright, so let's spin this fucking wheel to see which original movie and which remake we're gonna have to do. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Oh, it's a thing.
Stop. Oh. It was so close to one that was good on both.
Alright, so what? The Thing, so this is going to be... Is it the original? And then it is the one...
It's the 1958 one versus John Carpenter's one.
Ooh. Alright, and I suppose the way that we're going to decide that this week, we'll obviously work on the fucking thing, but is currently just going to be a coin flip. Alright, you saying heads or tails? I'll give you the option first.
Is it just... If I get it right, I choose which one I want?
Yes.
Alright, I'll go for heads.
Alright, I guess I'm tails then. Flip it. Oh, yeah! Alright, do I want to do... Fuck it, I want to do John Carpenter's one.
Fuck.
So you get stuck with the 1958 version. Alright, and we're back. Slater watched The Thing from Another World, 1951, and I watched John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. Now we're going to present our main 3 points as to why the version that we watched is better. But yeah, the point is, regardless of what you get, you're stuck with it, so you gotta argue for it.
Every actor in the film did a really fucking good job. Whether it was the captain, the woman he wanted to fuck, all the privates, it's all set around... It feels a lot more like the 2011 Thing, where it's them actually finding the Thing.
Yeah.
In the ice, finding his ship. Because it's all based from the original book of Who Goes There. I think it's also because it comes from such a time where there wasn't many deaths in films.
Mm.
There was like the odd gangster shot or the odd like kill. You don't really feel like anybody is going to die, and you feel like they all kind of have a purpose. Even these background characters are like, well, they'll live because it's just the era it's set in.
I don't know if it feels like low-hanging fruit or not, but it's just the very broad, the practical effects. Because there are very few John Carpenter movies that need practical effects that don't look fucking fantastic. But the difference with The Thing for me is that every single practical effect is fucking incredible. And it's even in 1982, and I'd still argue pretty much all the effects still look incredible at this current point. And the way that the practical effects like build on it is that it makes the Thing even more terrifying, because you're seeing all of these different incarnations as to how it can transform into. The initial dog, the fucking face ripping open, and it's fucking the head warped into when the doctor transforms
Just every practical effect in John Carpenter's one is just unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. But I want all of them to be appreciated because they're all fantastic. I think just to add, it overachieved at the time, and I think it also helped one of the key themes, which is the tension that is built, and it like gives a good reason as to why by the end everybody is fucking terrified.
Mine is the practical effects of the film. I wouldn't say it's better than John Carpenter's, but I would say it does fucking well for the time it came out. You've got an arm that actually moves, its fingers like cut off. They had the first ever practical effects fire stunt ever filmed in it, where they just start throwing kerosene at the monster and the full room's just in flames, and it's all real flames. You can see like the proper fucking, even in black and white, you can see the flames coming through.
Yeah. Which was anything else to your practical effects point?
Not really, but I just kind of wanted to get in, like, the fire stunt is like worth a watch alone, like just for that 50-second, like seeing the first one ever done, seeing as it's one of the biggest things to ever come into like horror films. Like, think about every horror villain has been set on fire and in a fire stunt.
Yeah,
this was the first one.
It's something I already touched upon, but just the tension is it almost allowed me to kind of get into the mindset where I was trying to figure out who was going to be the next thing, who was also like caught by it. And I like how the tension is already there because it's unsettling, because you've just seen a fucking dog's head rip open with like an alien organism moving in, and then you slowly add the fact that everybody starts to lose trust and everybody starts to, you know, be a little bit more off than they were before. Like I said, there's no allies in this one because they're slowly picked off. The scene where MacReady is looking at everyone as he's like lighting up the like copper wire type thing, you know, just a sterile, and you put it in the blood, and just everybody is just sat there like, fuck, this could be me. And I just kind of wrote this tension along the practical effects and the music. It's stupidly suspenseful and just blends. There's a reason why the legacy of the thing is so great.
I think it has a better story than John Carpenter's one.
Okay.
You start out and you're in a Alaskan Air Force base, because the whole film centers around like a divide between the U.S. Armed Forces and the government trying to stop them, and a mad scientist who's trying to like further science and says he has to live for science's future.
Yeah.
Even though the super carrots running around sucking blood out of animals and sucking blood out of humans. And it was released at a time, well, it was released in 5-6 years after the first 2 atom bombs were dropped. Like, ever. So there was still this kind of feeling that had science gone too far already. So with it kind of released to the public of the, like, already having that kind of dread feeling, it was something that, like, they could latch on to.
Yeah.
But by the end, they realized that humankind working with, like, the army and scientists working together, they can create things that can, even if they find something, they can still beat it or create something new.
Yeah.
And that kind of point is carried through the film.
Is Blair the doctor, or more? I don't know. Like, essentially, he is the guy who starts to realize, oh fuck, we can't really handle this. And then I don't know if it's intended or not, but he does pretty much just lead to the ginger lad with a beard just getting fucking taken by the thing in like a little experiment type deal as to see how the thing would transform. And I suppose the main thing I wanted to highlight about this is the scene where he goes mad and starts wrecking up the lab is just kind of peak the thing, where all of the hysteria is like everybody's panicking, everybody's freaking out, nobody knows what to do, they don't quite understand why he's gone mental the way he has. And, you know, he's gone and destroyed the helicopter, he's gone and fucked with a lot of the equipment, and it boils over as to like the fear driven by it. And I think it was a particularly underrated part of the film. I mean, the idea was that we'd kind of hide our slight biases towards the films until the end, but I also just think that from what we can tell, we both had a pretty great time watching each one. So
I was openly surprised by the 1951 film. It might be the fact I enjoy older films as well as enjoy black and white films.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good fun time because I like seeing. Well, I've watched like all the original horror films, like the 1920s, 1930s.
Yeah.
I like seeing how horror has came through the years.
Mm.
And this is a film I've known about for a while, but I've always kind of been like, yeah, but it's not. I'm gonna watch it and be like, it was good.
Yeah.
But I could have watched John Carpenter's. And overall, I think it has its own legs to stand on.
I mean, one perspective from me is that I mean, fundamentally, I'm a shit like movie fan because I will know about all of these things, but usually you'll ask me if I watched it. I'll be like, no, I haven't fucking seen it. I just know about it. But and that kind of manifested in I've never really been one for like sci-fi kind of stuff. I don't really think because of any like bad experience or whatever. It's just one of those things where you kind of find your little niche. You find the stuff you enjoy to watch, and at some point you kind of go, what's the point? You know, fuck it. Why should I watch this random thing and rather than watch something I know I'm gonna like? But from watching the thing, it's kind of slightly opened my eyes to go, I should probably watch a bit more sci-fi shit. You know? I should. Obviously, the thing's a pretty high fucking like entry bar. You know, that's like pretty fucking high up. But fundamentally, I think it's definitely opened up my eyes to go, I should probably watch more shit. So it's just to finish off this video, we're gonna spin the wheel and prepare ourselves for the next argument type remake versus original video. But no, not sure when that comes out, of course. But just like so we know when it happens. Obviously, the last time we had the thing, which you've just seen. But what will we have this time? If you had to pick one thing right now that you would love to do.
Well, probably The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
If it's one I wouldn't want to do.
I mean, to me, it's
probably. For me, it's probably Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Because I know I would get stuck with the fucking 2011 one, and I know how fucking bad it is. Well,
to be fair, I suppose this time you get to choose which one we do. So, you get to choose. You get to pick which one you have. So.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's fine.
All right. Fine. I've got myself pretty excited. Let's spin this fucking wheel.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Oh! What is it? Hellraiser. All right. I mean, I'm slightly sad. I would have loved to do Psycho, but also not really because you were picking. So.
It's right on the fucking edge of it too.
It's so close. I was looking so much closer. Like shit.
The thing.
What's happening?
It'll probably be. It'll be the 1987 version versus the one that came out last year. Which, once again, are both actually decent enough films.
Yeah, so 2 for 2, we've actually gotten pretty lucky with this.
The problem is, though, the more good ones we remove,
the
more mostly bad ones we leave.
the sadder and sadder we get each time we bring up the wheel. Like, oh, alright.
Bring up the wheel, and it's just all that's left is Psycho, Carrie, and Poltergeist.
Yeah, I suppose which Hellraiser do you intend on doing? Which one is your choice?
Probably the original.
All right.
I think Have you seen the original?
No.
I think I'll give you the original then,
Oh,
and I'll watch the remake again.
you're supposed to be mean about it. Nah, both are good.
Yeah, but I
I've
reckon
heard
I
so.
reckon I can talk a lot better about the remake than you can. That's the only reason I'm giving you the original.
Okay. All right. So next time in this series, whenever we do it on Easy Entertained, we'll be doing Hellraiser. Thank you for watching. We've been Easy Entertained. I've been Ash.
I've been Slater.
And join us next time.